Hello, fellow travelers. Have you ever dreamed of a road trip that feels like stepping onto another planet? A place where the landscapes are so vast and so colorful, they almost don't seem real? Towering red rock formations, impossibly deep canyons, giant cacti silhouetted against a fiery sunset. Chances are you were looking at Arizona. This state isn't just a location on a map, it's a feeling. The warm desert air on your skin, the endless blue sky above, and the sense of adventure that waits around every corner. It's a bucket list destination that truly lives up to the hype, offering a journey that will stick with you long after you've returned home. Think of this as your personal roadmap. A friendly conversation with a fellow adventurer who wants you to have the most incredible time possible. We're going to skip the boring stuff and get right to the heart of what makes Arizona so special. We'll explore the iconic landmarks you've seen in movies and the hidden gems that many tourists miss. Whether you're a seasoned explorer or a family planning a memorable vacation, we'll cover everything you need to know to plan a trip that's breathtaking and stress-free, making sure you get the most out of every single moment. So, buckle up and get ready. We're about to embark on a virtual road trip through the Grand Canyon State. This guide is designed to inspire you, to show you the possibilities, and to give you the confidence to book that trip. Forget about spending hours sifting through countless websites and confusing travel blogs. We've done the hard work for you, distilling all the best information into one easy-to-follow video. We'll take you from the legendary depths of the Grand Canyon to the mystical red rocks of Sedona and the vibrant cactus-filled deserts of the South. This is your all-access pass to the wonders of Arizona. Imagine standing on the rim of the Grand Canyon as the sun rises, painting the canyon walls in shades of orange, pink, purple. Picture yourself hiking through a narrow slot canyon where sunlight dances on the sculpted sandstone. Or maybe you see yourself driving down the iconic Route 66 with the windows down and the music up, stopping at quirky roadside attractions along the way. These aren't just daydreams. These are the real experiences that await you in Arizona. This state offers a unique blend of natural beauty, rich history, and modern adventure, making it the perfect setting for a truly unforgettable road trip. I've structured this guide to be as practical and inspiring as possible. I want you to feel like you're right there with me, exploring these incredible places. I'll be your guide, making sure you have all the info you need for your own adventure. We'll start our journey in northern Arizona, home to the state's most iconic landmarks. Grand Canyon at sunrise, Light Beam in Antelope Canyon, Monument Valley Mittens, Horseshoe Bend Curve, the Grand Canyon, Antelope Canyon, Monument Valley, Horseshoe Bend. I'll share tips on the best times to visit to avoid crowds, how to capture those perfect sunrise and sunset photos, and the essential information you'll need for permits and booking tours, especially when visiting lands within the Navajo Nation. We'll make sure you experience these world-famous sites in the best way possible, with respect and with awe. From there, we'll travel down to central Arizona, where the landscape shifts to the enchanting red rock country of Sedona and the cool pine forests of Flagstaff. We'll dive into the best things to do: Jeep tours, scenic drives, and hiking among the famous vortex sites. We'll also take a nostalgic trip down a stretch of historic Route 66, and even visit a massive meteor crater. This part of the state is a playground for outdoor lovers, and I'll give you some mini itineraries and practical driving tips to help you explore the scenic byways and dark sky cities of this beautiful region. Finally, we'll head south to explore the unique life of the Sonoran Desert. We'll visit the bustling city of Phoenix. We'll visit Tucson, and wander through the forests of giant cacti in Saguaro National Park. I'll cover everything from family-friendly museums like the Pima Air and Space Museum to futuristic experiments at Biosphere 2. And we can't forget the food. We'll talk about the delicious Sonoran-style Mexican cuisine you have to try. Crucially, I'll share essential safety tips for dealing with the desert heat, so you can enjoy the stunning sunsets and vibrant desert life safely and comfortably. By the end of this guide, you'll be ready to pack your bags, 1. The Grand Canyon, a true wonder of the world. 2. Horseshoe Bend, the Colorado River's masterpiece. 3. Antelope Canyon, a symphony of light and stone. 4. Monument Valley, journey into the cinematic West. All right, let's kick off our adventure in northern Arizona with the one, the only, the Grand Canyon. No picture or video can truly prepare you for the moment you first lay eyes on it. It's a feeling that hits you deep in your soul. The sheer scale of it is just mind-boggling. It's a mile deep, up to 18 miles wide, and stretches for 277 miles. You stand on the edge, and the world just drops away into this vast, silent, and ancient chasm. Most people visit the South Rim, as it's open year-round and has the most services and viewpoints. It's easily accessible from towns like Williams or Flagstaff. This is the classic Grand Canyon experience you've always dreamed of. When it comes to viewpoints, you're spoiled for choice. Mather Point is often the first stop for many visitors, offering a breathtaking panoramic introduction. From there, you can walk along the Rim Trail, a paved path that connects several incredible overlooks, Yavapai Point, Hopi Point. For sunrise, I highly recommend Mather or Yaqui Point. Watching the first light creep into the canyon, slowly revealing its textures and colors, is a spiritual experience. For sunset, Hopi Point is legendary. It juts out into the canyon, giving you an almost 270-degree view as the sky explodes in orange, red, and purple hues. Just be sure to get there early, as it's a popular spot for a reason. If you're feeling a bit more adventurous than just walking the rim, there are some fantastic short hikes you can take. Remember the golden rule of Grand Canyon hiking. Going down is optional, but coming back up is mandatory. The heat and elevation gain can be brutal. A great introductory hike is the first part of the Bright Angel Trail. Just hiking down to the first or second tunnel, which is about a 1.5-mile round trip, gives you a completely different perspective from below the rim. Another option is the South Kaibab Trail to Ooh-Ah Point. It's a steep but short one, an 0.8 mile round trip that rewards you with, you guessed it, ooh-ah worthy views. For lodging and food, you have a few options. Staying inside Grand Canyon National Park at one of the historic lodges like El Tovar is an amazing experience, but you need to book these rooms a year or more in advance. A more practical option for most is to stay in the nearby town of Tusayan, just outside the park entrance, which has several hotels and restaurants. Alternatively, the towns of Williams and Flagstaff are about an hour to an hour-and-a-half drive away and offer a wider range of accommodations and dining. Planning is key here. Book your stay well in advance, especially if you're visiting during the peak seasons of spring, summer, or fall. Just a short drive from the Grand Canyon near the town of Page. Horseshoe Bend, one of Arizona's superstar attractions. You've definitely seen this place on Instagram, and for good reason. The mighty Colorado River makes a dramatic 270-degree horseshoe-shaped turn, carving a canyon 1,000 feet below the overlook. The emerald green river against deep orange Navajo sandstone is striking. It looks even more impressive in person than in photos. The sheer drop is vertigo-inducing. Be careful. Getting to the viewpoint is relatively easy. Large parking lot right off Highway 89. From there, a 1.5-mile round trip on a paved, accessible path. It used to be a sandy, difficult trail, but recent improvements now allow strollers and wheelchairs. Small entrance fee per vehicle to access the parking lot. Fees go toward maintaining the site. The path has a slight incline on the way back. Little shade. Bring water, especially in summer when temperatures can soar. Best time to visit depends on what you're after. Midday lights the river fully green with no shadows, but midday is hottest and most crowded. For a more dramatic experience, aim for sunrise or sunset. At sunrise, you can watch soft morning light fill the canyon. Sunset shows the sky changing colors behind the bend. Expect crowds. Arrive early to claim a good photo spot. This is largely a natural, unfenced cliff edge, though there's a railed viewing platform in the center. Please be extremely careful. especially with children. Don't get too close to the edge for a selfie. Take your time, soak in the view, and respect this natural wonder. The town of Page is only a few minutes away, the perfect base for Horseshoe Bend and Antelope Canyon. Page offers hotels, restaurants, and tour operators. Welcome to one of the most magical and surreal places on Earth, Antelope Canyon. Famous light beams shining down into Upper Antelope Canyon, located on Navajo Nation land, also just outside of Page. This is not a canyon you look down into. You walk through it. Over thousands of years, flash floods carved the canyon, and wind shaped it further. Narrow, winding passageways carved through sandstone. Flowing shapes, smooth textures, incredible colors. Sunlight filtering down from above, creating beams of light. Walls glowing orange, walls glowing red, walls glowing purple. It feels like you've stepped into a natural cathedral. You cannot visit Antelope Canyon on your own. It is a protected site within the Navajo Nation. Access is only possible through a guided tour with an authorized Navajo tour operator. Upper Antelope Canyon, known as the Crack, famous for dramatic midday light beams. Easy, flat walk. Lower Antelope Canyon, known as the Corkscrew, narrower passages. Climb down and up, metal staircases, more of an adventure. Booking your tour well in advance is essential. These tours sell out weeks in advance, sometimes months in advance. Prime midday slots for Upper Canyon are most in demand. Find official tour companies on the Navajo Nation Parks and Recreation website. When you book, choose a specific time slot. Arrive at your tour operator's check-in location on time. Guides lead you safely through the canyon. Guides share the cultural significance of the area. Guides help you get the best photos, showing angles and camera settings. Be a respectful guest. You are on sacred land. Listen to your guide. Stay with your group. Do not touch the delicate canyon walls. Oils from our hands can damage sandstone over time. Be prepared for a fast-paced tour. Many groups move through the narrow space. It can feel rushed, but it's absolutely worth it. The sculpted stone and ethereal light create an otherworldly environment. Witness a unique and fragile natural wonder. A memory you'll cherish forever. Our final stop in this iconic northern loop is the one and only Monument Valley. As you drive toward it on Highway 163, you'll reach a point in the road made famous by the movie Forrest Gump. The view of the long, straight highway leading toward the distant, towering buttes is one of the most iconic images of the American West. This landscape feels familiar because you've seen it in countless westerns directed by John Ford and in so many other films and commercials. But seeing it in person, feeling the vastness of the desert and the grandeur of those sandstone monoliths is a whole other experience. It's like driving straight into a movie scene. Monument Valley Navajo Tribal Park is, like Antelope Canyon, located entirely within the Navajo Nation. The park offers some of the most dramatic and beautiful desert scenery anywhere in the world. The famous formations like the East Mitten Buttes, West Mitten Butte, Merrick Butte, some reaching up to 1,000 feet high. The best place to start is the Visitor Center, which has an incredible panoramic view from its observation deck. This is the perfect spot to watch the sunrise or sunset, as the changing light paints the buttes in stunning, fiery colors, casting long, dramatic shadows across the valley. To explore the valley floor, you have two main options. You can take the 17-mile Valley Drive, a rough dirt road that loops through some of the most famous formations. A high-clearance vehicle is recommended, though standard cars can often make it if you drive slowly and carefully. However, I strongly suggest taking a guided tour with a Navajo guide. Not only will they handle the driving in a sturdy vehicle, but they will also take you into restricted areas of the valley that are off-limits to the general public. They share stories about Navajo culture, history, and the spiritual significance of the land, which adds so much depth to the experience. When planning your visit, Consider staying overnight to truly appreciate the magic of this place. The View Hotel, located right at the visitor center, offers rooms where every single balcony faces the Mittens. Waking up to that view is an unforgettable experience, but you must book far in advance. There are also campgrounds and traditional Navajo hogans available for a more rustic stay. Support the local community by purchasing beautiful handmade jewelry and crafts from the local artisans. A visit to Monument Valley is more than just sightseeing. It's a cultural journey into the heart of the Navajo Nation and the soul of the American West. Central Arizona and scenic Red Rock Country, about 5 sections. 1. Sedona, the heart of Red Rock Country. 2. Vortexes and scenic drives. 3. Flagstaff, Arizona's cool mountain town. 4. A trip down historic Route 66-5. Out of this world, Meteor Crater and beyond. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe.